Thank you for coming, everyone. My name is Maria Calderon. This work has been definitely a huge work in progress for me for the past, definitely the past 3 years. I've done landscapes before, but then it started to turn into narratives on paper with gouache. And then I kept doing small-scale ideas of being able to be put into this different world, this different space. But I could never really communicate it well until I started to do this show. So these large-scale pieces on the walls with the burlap are actually, I've done small-scale maquettes for them last year, and with this idea of them being very large-scale. The gouache work is actually the narrative work, and I have been working on that for quite a while, but it's kind of melding this Peruvian tradition and our tradition as Kansas City types, basically. We all grew up, a lot of us grew up here, maybe some of us are transplants, but I think a lot of people kind of look down upon the fact that we're a small town, but in a lot of ways we have this kind of Pueblo mentality, and there's this energetic response that we have with one another that is very unique to the city, and it's also unique to a lot of small towns that you would see in the Andean highlands. My family's from Peru, and my dad is from Peru at least, and my mother is from here. And it's been a huge influence on my artwork. I was surrounded by folk work. My father is a folk musician who's going to be performing later this evening. I was just surrounded by a lot of Peruvian folklore, and it became a huge theme in my artwork from the very beginning. And it's just kept developing and developing until I started to form these characters, like the Pachamama character and the Yuyamama character with the double-headed llamas. And they're kind of guides to take you along the way. And I think you can kind of get this sense, this warm energy in all of the work. And I think it's starting to transfer in a way that I thought might have been too subtle, but it has a warm energy that I think definitely tells you about how warm this city really is. Even though there's not a lot of literal things happening in these landscapes to my left, but definitely in the narratives, please come and have a look at them when you have the time. But you can definitely see these direct references to these places that we see so often that become these staples for ourselves and our community. And that's really kind of the direction that my work has taken. And especially with the multimedia, it's definitely, I think it's made this experience a lot more fun for me, but I think it also helps you understand the kind of placement that, and the kind of place that you have as an individual amongst these people that I paint or these specific objects that I paint. But
any questions?
Does anyone have any questions? Oh, another thing too, technically wise, first of all of the burlap is from Broadway Cafe, and they donated it to me, and they're just all unfolded bags, and they're painted with latex paint that I got donated to me as well from the Hazardous House at Johnson County Environmental off of Lamar. And also another thing about the installation, Don Maxwell did a lot of help with the space, with helping with the spray gun. A lot of the work was done with the spray gun, especially on this piece over here and on a lot of the colors on the walls. And definitely the chemtrails in the sky, the white clouds and stuff was also a big help for me. So thank you, Don. But what are chemtrails? Does anyone else have any questions?
I'm not asking this to chill because I asked it before and I didn't know the answer. So why Shawnee?
Oh, why Shawnee? Well, my family lives in Shawnee, and I've actually been living with my parents, which is what made all of this possible, because I don't have to pay for rent. So So I think, as long as I have this time, I teach. Yoga is my job, my only job that I have. And I figure might as well just not have any money and spend all of my time working on artwork this year. So it's been a really rewarding experience, and I really love to do it. And it's basically I'm putting myself through school on my own, which is something that I think not many people have the opportunity to do because they don't have maybe as supportive parents, or be able to be in a place where they're able to try and just be like, you know what, I don't care about the size, and I don't care about how much something's going to cost. I'm just going to do it and see if it works. And if it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't.